Hey, what's going on, guys? Bringing you guys the NFC West post-draft grades. I'm going to hit on the 49ers first. I thought they could go with the wide receiver and offensive lineman in the first round. They went with A.J. Jenkins. I thought maybe they'd go with Stephen Hill or Reuben Randall, but ultimately it adds more depth to the wide receiver position. In the second round, they went with LaMichael James, the running back out of Oregon. He's speculated to be the next Darren Sproles. Only thing is, they have Frank Gore, Brandon Jacobs on the roster. I believe they have Kendall Hunter on the roster as well. So they're full at the running back position right now. Joe Looney, the offensive guard, will protect. I believe he might be one of the guards this next season for the 49ers. Then they went defensive end, safety, offensive tackle, and another defensive end. They went more offense than defense. I mean, I thought that they should because they have all 11 starters coming back on their defense this next season. So, I mean, in that respect, that defense is still going to be fairly solid. They went more offense and defense. I'd give them a B-. It was an alright draft. They went with a couple guys they needed at certain positions on the offense. Cardinals, they had 7 picks in the first round. They went with Michael Floyd, the wide receiver. I had them going with Michael Floyd. And, you put Michael Floyd next to Larry Fitzgerald. You have Kevin Cobb at quarterback. Now you need to build on the offensive line. So in the 4th round, 5th round, and 7th round, they went with offensive linemen. The key offensive lineman in this draft was the 4th rounder in Bobby Massey. Mel Kiper Jr. actually believes he was a steal for the Cardinals in the 4th round. Bobby Massey, if he is a steal, he could be put at right tackle, maybe not left tackle, possibly right tackle, but they went offensive line. That's what they should have done. They gave an extra weapon to Kevin Cobb, and Michael Floyd protected him. So, I mean, I think they did a good job in that respect. Then they went Jamal Fleming, also in the 2nd round, I believe it was, to add to that defense in the secondary, and then they had another cornerback late in the draft. So ultimately, I thought they had a fairly solid draft. I'd give them a B. Seahawks, I don't think they had that great of a draft. I believe they reached on Bruce Irvin in the 1st round. I believe they reached on Bobby Wagner in the 2nd round. Then they went Russell Wilson in the 3rd, which was not too much of a surprise. But I mean, you bring in Matt Flynn in free agency, you pay him some big money, and then you have Travaris Jackson already on the roster. Now you bring in Russell Wilson. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting move on their part. I believe the best pick they made was Robert Turbin at running back in the 4th round. Now you have 2 guys at running back who are fairly... Watch Robert Turbin. He's a bruiser. He's kind of almost like Marshawn Lynch in a sense. So I like that pick. They got 2 of the almost same style running back in the backfield. I like that. And then then they went defense from the 4th round to the 7th round. I don't know if they had to address the defense that much, just because for one, I thought they could maybe go with a wide receiver, an additional one later in the draft, but they went straight defense. I think their defense is not that bad. I think their defense is fairly solid. I thought they needed a defensive end. They went with a defensive end in the 7th round. I thought they needed one in the 1st round. But you know what? That's why they drafted Bruce Irvin at outside linebacker. But I don't know. I did not like the Seahawks draft too much. I'd give them a C-. The Rams draft, I believe, was the best in the NFC West. They went with Michael Brockers. They still got their guy. I heard that they would go with him at number 6, but they traded back with the Cowboys. They still got him at 14. Then they went with Brian Quick, a wide receiver for Sam Bradford. Janoris Jenkins, the cornerback in the 2nd round at 7th pick in the 2nd round. I thought he is one of the best cornerbacks to come out of this draft class. So with that said, the only problem is his off-the-field issues. So they're gonna monitor Janoris Jenkins every day, check in on him. But I think he's gonna be opposite side of Cortland Finnegan. Then they went Isaiah Pete at running back. He's gonna be behind Steven Jackson. Tremaine Johnson, an additional cornerback for that secondary that was banged up all year last year. He could be a starter as well. Chris Givens in the 4th round also. He could be a number 4 or number 5 wide receiver. Depends on where they want to put him. But those are 6 picks that all guys could probably be starters for their team. And then they went with a kicker in the 6th round as well. He could be their kicker. So, I mean, they found a lot of starters, I believe, in this draft. I like the way they ran this draft by getting a lot of picks from trading back. I'd give them an A-. So that's it for the NFC West. If you guys like what you saw, I appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. But that's all I got for you guys. I'm out.